Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season finale of Coasthold. I just wanted to take a second and thank you all for supporting the channel through its first 15 episodes or 14 episodes, and to say that thank you for supporting us for the first season. We are on a little bit of a break through the holiday season, and then in January, we're going to start recording a tabletop series, kind of like a dungeon crawler that I call Halo 2 ODST. So we're going to shift a little bit and put that out early March. So the spring we'll have Halo 2 ODST, and then we will be back with season 2 of Coasthold in the summer of 2025. So hit that like and subscribe button so that way you guys don't miss out on those projects. Also be sure to check the description of this video and support our individual players. Malcolm Punch, Chase from Malcolm Punch, Josh from JT Moo, Andrew from Papa Panda 1, Larry from Can't Win 'Em All Gaming, and then myself, I have Fairly Critical, which discusses movies, television shows, and video games. So please go check us out, support us during the off season, and then we will be back. And of course, like and subscribe if you haven't already to Fairly Adventurous. Thank you guys again. Let's get to the finale. Hit and start record. I'm bringing this up. I'm going to expand this out. No, I'm good. That's good. All right, I'm going to do a short intro, and then we'll get going.
Hit him with a few more magic missiles is what you're saying.
Damn it. You and Josh said the same thing. You're both awful. You're both awful.
I mean, we're just going to end this whole night plot twist. It's a TPK. Season finale. Just dead.
Series finale.
What I'm hearing is Tarax is the designated trap finder, right?
Hey, go seek it out. I made a joke with Jacob earlier. I was like, you know what? You should have just let Orc keep hitting buttons.
Yeah, that's what he said. All right, here we go. Everyone ready?
Fire. Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the season finale of Coasthold. We hope that you guys have really enjoyed it thus far as much as we have enjoyed putting it on for you. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button so that way you know when season 2 starts up. We are going to have other projects. I will be releasing videos in the meantime before we start recording for season 2. We're going to have other projects. We're going to have shorts going out. Halo 2 ODST, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I'm so looking forward to that with everybody. Will be our next project coming early 2025. We'll be releasing side content until then. But thank you guys so much for the support you've showed this year with this first project of ours. We really mean that. We could not mean it more. It has been so much fun getting with these guys, and we hope that you're enjoying it as well. But I'm babbling. Let's move on. We have Chase, we have Josh, we have Melvin, we have Andrew. We do not have Larry. He had a family thing pop up, and we do not have Levi, who also had something come up. But we have a solid group of 4. Andrew will be playing Tarax's character in Levi's absence. Auric will be playing Ara in Larry's absence, just like we did a couple weeks ago. So we should be good on that front. Previously on D&D, the group made it through the pins in the Blackstone Mansion dungeon area. They were able to figure out a puzzle with some frescoes, gaining themselves a nice little reward before hoisting an elevator up to what could only be described as an arena, with the wizard Agnathon standing between them and a warded door. The wizard seemed to have an orange crystal that, when broken, caused 2 abjuration crystals to pop up and give him a protective ward that made him invulnerable to damage and conditions. But the group managed to figure out ways to destroy them and get themselves all in a position to take down Agnathon when he became vulnerable, albeit not without quite a bit of damage, quite a bit of struggle, and
Painfully figured it out.
Unfortunately, it's not looking good for the party without at least some means of healing. They used quite a bit of resources, but they did pull it off, and that is where we are at. So I'm going to get us back to the board, and I will let you guys figure out what you do from there. If I'm not mistaken, the group did gain another ring of protection. Also,
Yes.
I remind you, Larry, I remind you, Josh, I doubt it's on his character sheet, but Oric currently has 1 level of exhaustion.
Ara.
Ara, excuse me, not Oric. Ara has currently 1 level of exhaustion, meaning that saving throws will be made at disadvantage. Skill checks,
Ability checks.
Ability checks will be made at disadvantage. So just keep that in your mind. But I will turn it over to you guys, having just absolutely pinned Agnathon to the floor, or rather to the wall, as the blood hair angrily just shot arrow after arrow into his chest, and you guys have looted the body.
Bunny.
It's an angry elf. You guys looted the body. I just broke my wife's hair clip. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, hold on. He just set up a booby trap for himself. He walks away and steps on it. There will be a scream off or a scream off screen. That's a Lego waiting to happen.
That is a Lego waiting to happen. All right, and I will leave it to you guys. Go ahead.
So I'll just write out the gate, knowing that Renshaw has been dropped so many times during this last encounter. Yeah. Oric will approach him, pull out his health potion, and go, "Aye, do you have another one of these?"
But it comes out as tweet, 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 tweet.
Oh, tweet, tweet, tweet. Thank you
How
for the
much time do
reminder.
you still have on that, by the way?
2
Like
days.
2
And
days.
It's 2 days that I rolled.
Like 2
We have
full days still?
2 full days. Because I did it last encounter. And last encounter, we've gone an hour and a half, maybe?
Yeah,
Maybe.
like it's,
Maybe?
Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
It's
so-
gonna be basically this whole challenge.
I gestured to the health potion.
Right,
Caw, caw, Tuki, Tuki. You get the gist.
yeah. It's like,
Ooh.
thank you for the offer, but still have one. That said, perhaps we could take another moment to recoup ourselves before moving on.
After Milo finishes digging into the body, now completely red again, he kind of just flops back onto his back and like with 3
Are you
HP.
doing all right there, bloodthirsty hair?
Oh yes,
No.
because 4 of us are below. we are single digits.
Yep.
Single
That's
digits.
And
I'm not doing great.
I don't remember when I used this, but my health potion is gone.
Yeah, and really
I
quick
think
on,
you-
on Larry's.
I think you used that one back with the wolves because you had gotten real close and they were getting all up in your business before you could get some distance.
Larry has a health potion in his inventory, but rather than deleting it, it's just unchecked. Am I to assume he's used that? Because I've just been removing them from my list whenever I've depleted.
I think he still has it. I don't recall him.
Yeah, I don't remember him using a health
Okay.
potion.
Okay.
He had a
I
couple.
would say the same.
Yeah. I go. Well, for the sake of moving on, let's say he has 1.
Okay, yeah, there's only 1 quantity on there, but it was just grayed out, unchecked, not deleted. So cool.
Yeah.
Tarax
you
already
guys-
used his 1 health potion to not die last encounter. So.
The buttons.
Be,
Oh
be
God,
opposed
the
to sitting
button.
around for like an hour.
Yeah, you guys can take a short rest if you want.
I mean,
Like,
yes, I know that we had already taken some time, but this was an incredibly difficult fight.
I hurt by it. I hurt by it real
Ah.
bad.
So I think we all are in agreement that we need to take a little time to recover ourselves because who knows what lies in wait for us beyond those doors.
A lot.
I know.
Who
I
among
would
us
really hope so.
mortals and not some capricious god who governs our fates knows what is beyond those doors?
Capricious
Well,
is a good word.
Off of what everything else we've ran into in here, it's not good. It's not good.
So I think we're
Yes,
all in
let's-
agreement. We
let's
take
take
a
a
short
few
rest.
Yeah. Go for it.
Cool.
All right,
All right.
But before you do, a rock
Die.
descends from the sea. I'm just
Ah,
kidding.
crap.
Like,
All right.
I love these.
Starting
like
to expend
Dwayne
hit dice.
or
No, rock. R-O-C. A big giant bird. A burb.
That's 6 points.
I mean, also that being said, is it just Auric? He hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
Peacock, peacock, dookie,
One
dookie.
more.
Dookie dookie.
7, so 19. All right, I will recover 19 hit points as I expend my 3 final hit die.
Okay.
And you have as many hit die as your levels, correct?
Yeah, if you haven't
Correct.
already
If you
expended
didn't
some.
use
I've
them
spent
at
2
all-
last. I
Okay.
used 2 before.
Yeah, your
the
maximum
last-
your maximum is your level.
And then you
I
still
don't-
add your Constitution
I
modifier
imagine
Correct.
I'm using all of mine, but we're gonna do this the
for
old-fashioned
each
way.
die, or
Yes, it's per die you spend, you get your Constitution mod back.
I am going to spend
Okay.
2 and gain 15.
Okay.
6,
I will
13.
gain my back to max because I rolled.
Yeah, you're far
12.
better off than everyone else is.
Yeah.
Forgive me, I'm very tired.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Do I add anything to these?
Con mod.
Your con mod.
Con mod. Okay.
All right.
Con mod.
Terax is spending all 4 of his, but will be brought back up to full.
Nice.
And that's
good.
con mod per dice, correct?
Correct.
So
Yes.
me
Yes,
being a
that's per dice.
1d10.
Yes. Con
Okay,
mod
cool.
per die.
So yeah, I did that math right then. It didn't. Whoa! It didn't really help much.
Oh no.
He said, "Whoa."
Oh no.
Some
And,
of you will
no-
die.
Admittedly,
Um,
it's a bit of meta knowledge, but knowing what we're going into, I will have the opportunity to use a monk feature that I've been wanting to use for
Ooh,
a
we'll
while. It
take
won't
an
be
8.
as impressive, but it'll still be nice.
Well,
We
whatever
will
it is,
take
I'm
it.
exactly at half.
Oh no.
Nice. That's dang.
You have better con than me, and I'm already
I didn't roll so well on
Getting-
the die.
yeah. I mean, I shouldn't have said anything until I was done rolling my die.
Oh, that's
Okay, we'll
pretty
take
good
a
right there.
7.
You're already above, like, even if you rolled a 1 on your next one, that's above or you have 4, right?
Wait, Andrew, what's our max HP right now?
31.
I'm there.
Okay, great. All right. Excuse me.
Surprisingly,
All right, very good.
because
Um,
I went from 7 to max.
Terax went from 8 to max. I went from 1 to 20. Of course, I'd already spent some of my hit die on the last short rest, so I didn't have as many to use. All right.
Well, I guess I'll get off the ground.
Nope. I suppose
Very
we are
slowly
as
still.
ready as we are hoping that we could be.
Yeah.
Come with me.
Come what may. All right. So you guys, I'm just gonna assume you guys walk up to the door.
Yep.
Yes.
That is unlocked and actually kind of already cocked open for you guys.
Aura
Yep.
and Auric walk in tandem for some weird reason.
Terax insists on taking point for some reason.
I mean, who really takes point in
Check
an
hot
all
spot.
melee party?
Yeah.
Not I.
Everyone
Yes.
roll dexterity as a fireball. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Unbeknownst, this was the wrong door to try to enter.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh. Oryx token is covering covering mine, and I can't. There we go. Thank you. Or I guess Ara's was. Thank you. For some reason, I was like, it's not letting me select it. It was weirdly having me select Ara's token.
So you guys,
Stop it.
when you enter the door, there's a staircase. You go up, there's a landing, and then it wraps around a wall. And as you guys go up the wall, there's several of the torches you've seen that aren't really torches. They're like crystals that seem to have the light projecting a light cantrip. When you get to the top of the stairs, there's a set of double doors, much smaller than any that you've encountered so far.
Okay.
You are able to inspect them rather easily. There doesn't seem to be trapped or anything. And as you push them open, I apologize, there should be some I know you guys could role play this, but I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. As you guys push them open, you find yourselves in what appears to be a dining room. There's light coming in from the windows. It seems to be evening time. There's no chairs out, but there is a feast. Imagine a feast. I couldn't find any good food icons. There is what appears to be a feast set on the table. There's fruits, nuts, a turkey, several pieces of what appears to be ham, goblets of water and wine already set out, but no chairs and nobody here.
Well,
Over the table question for mechanic purposes. If Ara were to begin walking up to this table and start eating, would that exhaustion disappear? Or does it specifically does it have to have a long rest for the exhaustion to
a long
disappear?
rest
Okay.
mechanically a long rest only disappears if you take exhaustion only disappears if you take a long rest. That, who's to say that I didn't give a special benefit to this food because I saw the party hurting.
There are certain spells that can also remove it.
There's also certain spells. Who's to say I didn't give you guys a benefit? Who's to say I didn't give you guys a negative?
Right.
Yeah, we might be poisoned now.
I go up and check to make sure at least it's not poisoned or anything. I mean, I have nothing that can view magic, but at least naturally, it's the fruit
Yeah, Mon
for
would
myself.
also like to inspect the food out of just pure curiosity.
Okay.
Terax is hungry. He just starts eating.
Taraxi.
Oric's the same.
Okay.
Poison?
Oric-
What's poison to me?
Ara and Oric and Ara as well, or just
Oric and Ara.
Oric and Ara and Tarax. How much do you guys eat? Are you scarfing down, or are you? Before I get to Milo and Mon here.
Let's see here.
A reason, not. We know we're probably impending on another fight coming up, so we don't want to, a cramped stomach, right? We don't need the queasies. Yeah. We're just
also,
gonna taste flavor.
And Terax, I have to remind myself, is despite his token, his character sheet says Dragonborn. I keep thinking lizard folk, which very different. So he wouldn't be completely just rah, rah, rah. He'd be taking some nuts, some fruit, maybe if there's some meat, he's grabbing a turkey leg or something and kind of munching.
All right, Milo and Mon, I want you guys to make me perception checks.
Can do.
Real quick, I'm still a noob at this. May I retcon and use hit die for Aura?
If he has them, yes.
Okay, so he doesn't actually have his hit dice on there at all.
It's 40-10. He's a fourth level paladin.
Do you know if he's expensed any?
He probably would have used one.
Oh yeah, he would have used one.
Okay, give him 3.
So
okay. What was your roll, Chase?
Dirty
20. Okay, Milo.
And a 24.
Okay.
Nice.
Both of you, Chase, what's your... trying to think. Both of you rolled high enough to go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Medicinal.
Okay.
It's a roll that unlocks another roll.
Oh goodness, that was much worse.
That's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay. Both of you get a whiff of a sweet... everything you got, you both kind of stare at it and kind of waft it as you pick up sense of something very sweet, bitter,
vaguely like almonds. No.
Neither one of you knows why everything smells sweet. But there is it would be strange to you, I will say, that even though you don't know the reasons why you do automatically question why there's the same scent on ham, on turkey, on fruits, and on nuts, without any problems there.
And then the others are already eating as we're inspecting this.
That's correct. All except for Ranshaw, I guess, who hasn't stated who
Nope.
he sent Tarax out to figure it out.
I'm a jerk today.
Do these
I'm-
flavors taste strange to any of you? Because the scents are throwing my senses off.
They
They're
all do
exactly
seem to
the
be a little
same
bit
smell.
sweet. But what's wrong with sweet?
At that, Tarax
eating
would
meat.
immediately stop eating
Okay.
and like possibly like start spitting what he has in his mouth out. What do you mean? What do you mean off? What? And then start
You're
sniffing.
saying it's sweet as you hold a turkey leg in your hand. I don't think that's meant to be sweet.
Well, some foods are more savory in my experience, so if it
And what I will
just
say,
assumed it was like some sort of glaze.
what I will say is that it doesn't taste any different. It just smells different.
Mm.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
tastes
Everything
fine to
tasted
me.
fine.
more concerning, I feel.
All right.
I'm going
that
to
this
give
food is perhaps
maybe
trapped?
half a minute and just watch them
Okay.
and see if anyone does anything. And
Does
if
anyone
nothing
stop?
happened to him at that point,
Yeah, let me
Tarax
ask.
does stop.
Tarax stops.
Aura and Oric will stop as
Okay.
well.
I need Tarax, Aura, and Oric to give me a Constitution saving throw, DC 12.
It might be important for Oric to know if this is against
Is it poison? Yes, correct. I was gonna say
It is.
poison?
It is poison. Yeah,
I will have advantage against that.
that's fine.
So I'm gonna do
All
Oric
right.
first.
Oh no. That's
Or
double
passes.
check.
Feast of the BBEG room.
Oric passes. Aura does not.
Okay.
You said DC 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Tarax does not. That was an 8.
Okay. If you failed, you will take 9 points of poison damage and gain
Okay.
the poisoned condition.
oh no.
Is there a duration on that?
Refresh.
Not at least long enough that's going to affect the next fight is what I'll say.
No saving again at the end of turn, like with a lot of things. Okay.
There.
Not this one. Conditioned poison is not something
Hopefully
you
it's
can
just a
roll
little
off.
bit of the Hershey's for flavor.
Without
It's like,
Wait,
oh,
what?
I
Flavor's the
regret
wrong
eating that.
word.
here's
Does not feel good.
Hey, here's what I'm gonna say. There is a way in this area to get rid of it. In this in
You have
the
disadvantage
transit
on
area.
attack rolls.
In the transit area, there's a way to get rid of it, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Use your sniffer on the wine.
If you
I was about
failed,
to
the
say,
water.
Yeah, let's,
if you succeeded on the check, you are not poisoned, but you do still take 4 points of poison damage.
So I would take 2 then, yeah.
No, it was 9. I'm already reducing it for you, so half.
But I also have resistance to poison
yes,
in general.
yes.
Okay.
So 2. Yes.
That sucks for Aura. He's already exhausted. Now he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yep.
So we came in through the top door,
Yes, correct. You came in through this door right here,
and there's 2 on our
left.
stage, right?
Yes, stage right, correct.
Have you used your sniffer on the wine or the water yet?
I was about to say, if food is poisoned, perhaps drink is antidote. And
I'll give a look. Milo walks up.
Ranshaw would
on
like
the
to
line.
attempt to inspect the drink to see if it's any different than the food, like possibly hey, this doesn't seem to have that same weirdly sweet smell to it.
Okay. Milo, because you already know kind of what you're looking for, go ahead and make me a perception check at advantage. And
Okay.
Ranshaw, just a standard perception check.
Okay. Ooh, that's good.
That's not that great.
That is a 24.
That's a 16.
Okay. Milo, it seems that whatever the scent is, you might have become accustomed to it, as your sniffer does not smell anything. But Ranshaw, you do get a sweet smelling scent over both
This one seems fine.
over both a goblet of wine and a goblet of water, so you know it's not just the wine.
And a goblet of fire.
The goblet of wine smells sweet, not so strange, but the water also smells somewhat sweet, which I am thinking perhaps the drinks are just as poisoned as the food.
Or seriously contemplates whether he's going to take a drink of that wine or not. I could be the test subject.
Go for it.
While he's doing that, Bond's just gonna start. Oh, I guess. Go ahead, let him.
As I was say, you said in this transit area. Do you mean in this room itself?
No, in the entirety of the transit area, meaning the
Okay.
Before you leave to exit, or before you go to the next encounter, there will be a way to get rid of it.
Okay, so it may not be necessarily in this room.
It may not necessarily be in this room. It could be in this room, but it may not be.
Right.
Just so I'm understand. You said we walked upstairs
Yes.
to get here?
Yes.
Okay. And these 4 blue are windows.
That's correct.
And the 3 browns are doors.
Yeah.
No, the browns where Chase is standing, that's a door. These are windows, and then this is just the wall.
No, but he's talking about this
Yes.
brown down here.
Yes,
There's a
and this
third
is the
one.
door you came from, and then there's
Okay.
the doors out.
Looking out the window, anything abnormal?
No, it seems like it seems like
where we teleported.
Right. You don't know where you teleported from. You can't necessarily see it. But it seems like the area, the trees and whatnot seem to be the same type of trees that you were in. It seems like you're in the mansion. Auric, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Where did I put it? Right there. It's hiding. We are 13.
Okay, never mind. Continue as you were. No one wants to move.
Anybody?
So, Auric, you see him sitting there contemplate the wine, and I ultimately just put it down.
Okay.
Echoing again.
I guess Ranshaw's going to go ahead and attempt to.
Yeah, Chase,
Well,
we're
give an
echoing
echo.
through your
Echo.
mic.
Hello.
Yep,
Nope.
still doing it.
So, before moving on to any of the doors, Ranshaw's going to give a good close look at the table. Like we've seen, the food and the drink are pretty obvious. So let's see if there's anything not so obvious on the table, or possibly even under the table.
Okay. Yeah, give me a you may give me a perception check as you're intently looking.
All right. Hey, another good one. That's a 22.
Chase, I'm gonna mute you. I don't know why it's coming through, but it is. I'm gonna mute you for a second while you can try and figure that out.
Hooray for audio issues.
It's only. Oh no, there's me. I was gonna say it's only Andrew at the moment, but nope, I can hear me too. What was your roll? I'm sorry, Ranshaw.
22.
Okay. As you're looking, you see kind of not specifically hidden, but slid. It just so happens to be covered by one of the plates. You know, the edges of the plate where it meets the table and then it reaches up.
Yeah.
A key.
I should have fixed it.
Okay.
Yep,
that fixes it. Thank you, Chase. A brass key.
I do not think this will help with the poison, but I found the key. All right, either of these doors here locked?
Auric will walk up to that door after Renshaw asks, and then wiggle.
Okay. You jiggle it and it doesn't appear to be locked. You try to open it and it does. You haven't opened it, but it does turn.
No, not this one.
Tweet.
Tweet. I remember.
So that door
Okay,
not
guys,
locked.
I'm just gonna let everybody know. I don't know what he's saying anymore.
Good to know.
He wants to
Do you
polish your
have the
knob.
ability to learn what he is saying? Like, can you do that again?
I can not unless.
Auric's still understanding everything that's happening. He gestures to his own behind, knowing that at one point, Milo suggested that he was farting or doing whatever it was. It was like the poison food's running through him a little
This
bit.
would be I'm not really sure how this works. So I got the spell because of the rain or one of my ranger feats,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm curious on if I can still use it in terms of a spell slot because the original
Yes.
use is something I can just
Yeah.
do.
Yes, it counts as always prepared, and you can still use it as a part of your slots.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a certain number of free uses, that's great. But then you can expend spell slots if you run out of those free uses.
Yes.
No, I have no way of doing it again.
It's unfortunate. So,
Sweet,
Still-
sweet, sweet.
Mon, is your door locked?
Wiggle, wiggle.
Same thing that happened with Oric. You wiggle it, and it doesn't seem to be. You turn it, and it doesn't. It's not locked, but you haven't opened it yet.
Interesting. Well, we shall hold on to key for now. It's
Caw-caw,
likely
caw-caw.
important.
Would
Caw-caw.
anybody be against checking underneath the table?
I would like
Slash
to
rug.
actually.
But I just was looking
Yes,
under
Chase.
table.
They're in the middle of RP. I was just going to give them a moment.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, guys.
Yes, I found key while I was attempting to examine tabletop and underneath.
Yes.
So,
What about this rug that we're standing on?
to be fair, I did not look under rug.
Okay. While you guys are messing with the rug, Chase, you want to go out?
Well, you said I wiggled the doorknob, but I didn't open the door.
Correct. Yeah,
But I would like to.
it's unlocked.
When that happened,
Okay, I would.
Mon, that's
like to
whenever
open
like
the door.
Okay.
So that's why I was trying to play off with you. So Oric will try to get Mon's attention by going caw caw caw, and then if I'm able to gather his attention, I'll kind of do a countdown and we'll open the doors simultaneously or something.
Okay.
I imagine
Caw,
I'm
caw,
perceptive
caw.
enough to hear the bird.
All right. So you guys open the doors relatively at the same time. And when you do, you see that there is in fact a hallway with several couches and pieces of armor. And then another window down south, and a door up north, as well as a set of doors to the west.
Are those additional
The
windows
rug down.
behind, or is that like a portrait? Or
That
something?
is in the next room. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
It's a false wall, everybody.
That
I've played enough
is
Zelda. Quick, plant a bomb.
that is Fog of War being millimeters too far to the left.
Okay. Mon will take a step in while they're still investigating around the table and would like to just look around, curious about these armors, etc., what have you.
Okay. No check needed. You kind of go up there and inspect the armors. They're well crafted. They're finely crafted. They don't really they're not to be worn, meaning that they're, put on a stand and they look decorative. There doesn't seem to be anything special about them. You kind of feel the couches in the area. And they don't really there doesn't seem to be anything part of them. Excuse me. There are paintings on the walls, even if this isn't one of them. You kind of tip them up. They're easy enough to tip up. There's nothing behind them. So it just seems to be kind of a hallway, a nice hallway, a well-furnished hallway, but a hallway nonetheless.
Okay.
Oric will walk to this door. I'm just going to call it at our north.
Okay.
And just do another check to see if it's locked.
Okay, it is same thing. It's not locked. You haven't opened it yet, though.
Okay. I will do the same on the west door.
That door is locked.
Okay. I see Mon
Doodle
sees him
do.
wiggle that doorknob and sees it doesn't give nearly as much give as the other doors, and will just kind of nod to himself, and then he would like to listen through this door
Okay. Do you have a passive of
see-
19?
I do have a passive of 19.
There's nothing. You don't hear anything.
Okay. Um.
Hold
and,
on there,
he
Harvey
will-
Birdman.
He will go ahead and open this one.
Okay. You from there, kind of peeking in and out through the door, are able to see what appears to be a kitchen area. Another set of double doors up here, and a set of double doors to the right, and then what appear to be stairs leading down, 2 tables with nothing on them, and then a wash bucket that is dry. Obviously, there's suds in the. Don't worry about the. Don't pay attention to the token other than the token. But that's what you see is in there. There's several what appear to be cabinetry, freestanding cabinetry, with what appear to be spices, and flour bags of small bags of flour on there.
Do they happen to have any charcoal?
There is some charcoal here. Go if you enter the room. What I'll say is
I'll sift through the cupboards.
okay, and as you do that, there is more to the room.
Oh.
Down this way, same thing. Freestanding cabinetry. What appears to be some bottles, not of wine, but perhaps different types of spirits, as well as cooking oils, and the various nature. This certainly seems to be a well-stocked kitchen. There's also food down here that is partially eaten. At least some of it is partially eaten. There's some of it that's fresh. It's not nearly as grand as the meal that was in the dining room. It seems much more down to earth. Dried meats, still fresh fruits and fresh nuts. Only water out, but it's not in goblets. It's more in like wooden drinking bowls. Much more humble, much more servant class. Go ahead and make me let me double check. Perception check if you want to start checking things. What you got? I can't see it.
That's gonna be
Ooh.
a 10.
A 10. Okay. There you find a lot of spices. You find a lot of cooking oils. You don't seem to find anything particularly useful to you. There's no burning fuels. There's some soap. There's some dishes that you're able to find, cutlery. Both common and fine. But you don't find charcoal, and you don't seem to find anything that would help in your particular situation.
Okay. Have we noticed any hearths, or is there a wood burning stove or something in
Not
here?
in here, no.
Okay.
On his way back and forth from trying to tell Ranshaw that the door's locked there, I'm going back to the locked door, but I'm going to check this door to the south.
Okay. Are you opening it or just checking it?
I will go ahead and open it.
Okay. It appears to be a study area. There are several freestanding cabinets similar to what Chase found in the kitchen, but they have books, journals, books, things like that.
Do any of them stand out differently than any of the others? Like something that maybe more worn or...
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
No, 10. Yikes.
10 total?
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Believe it or not, as you're walking around, you don't see anything particular with the cabinetry, but you do see a single piece of parchment that draws your attention on the desk. And it's peculiar because all you see, it seems to be a string of 3-digit codes, or rather 3 number codes. And that's all that you find on it. Okay, you grab it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here, I'm going to take a photo, and I'm going to send it to in the in-session notes of what you see. Maybe if my mouse will cooperate. There we go. In-game notes.
Guys, the highlighted one. We got to pay attention to that.
Piss off. That is what you see though, and if you want to bring it out, of course you can show it to anyone. It looks like it is parchment. It is thick parchment. It looks like part of it was ripped away at the bottom of it.
I imagine while... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to I imagine while all this is going on, I'm helping Milo with investigating the rug.
Okay. You guys pull up the rug. No check required. You guys kind of stomp on it, or, stomp around it to see if there's any hidden compartments. You pull the rug up as far as you can. There is a table sitting on it after all, but there doesn't appear to be anything hiding underneath the rug. And as you guys are stomping on it, the wood all seems solid. Nothing pops up. Nothing sounds hollow. It appears that if there is something left in that room, it's not under there.
Works for me.
I completely just destroy. I'm tossing things.
Okay. You start tossing the food everywhere.
Such a violent rabbit.
I pushed the table onto its side. Look,
What you notice is that
this
beyond
man has made it very difficult for me in this place.
What you notice actually is that while you're doing that, a plate is actually missing. And some of the food, it looks like, beyond, because all of the food that you guys ate was on this side of it. As you're throwing stuff away, you realize one of the plates down here is missing, and that it appears that maybe some of the fruit was taken, as well as maybe some of the meats. So just you notice that even in your rage.
When Renshaw approaches the room, I'll approach him.
Of course.
Showing this.
He shows you the parchment.
Is interesting. I do not know what all these numbers mean.
Your mic is not picking up any of that, by the way.
I'm trying to listen to it, but
Were you actually? I just really thought you were being quiet.
No. Is it? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
If you have crisp on, it's not gonna pick up a whistle.
Tuki again, okay? Bird noises. Hold up. I have solution.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Continue.
All right.
It's going to be a soundboard. So yeah, it's like, is interesting find. Do not know what it means, but perhaps Duke Margrave could make better use of, could make heads or tails of what it is supposed to mean. Could be important. We should hang on to it. I believe, though, you are attempting to frantically motion, pointing at key. Did you find locked door? Pointing to the end of the hall.
Yeah.
All right. It does not hurt to see if key fits into lock.
Okay.
I push the armor over.
Gosh.
All right. You push the armor over. It makes a loud.
Milo's just ransacking this place.
It makes a loud clang. And Ranshaw, before you could put the key in, you turn around like, what the?
I don't suppose stealth is still an option.
They didn't know we're
my
here.
bad.
They do now. The key does seem to fit in the lock. It fits in the lock, whether or not you turn it.
I'm going to try and turn it. I'm going to see if I can't unlock the door.
You do turn it and you do jiggle the knob, and it does seem to unlock the door.
I will attempt to open the door.
Okay. It's easy enough to open. It swings wide open. The hinges are The hinges are well oiled. It seems to be a ballroom that you're looking into. And sitting on a throne on the other side of it is a man with his head buried in his hands. And you can't hear anything, but he's whispering. It seems like he's talking to himself, but it's unintelligible from the distance that you're at.
Is he far enough away, or I should say close enough, that I could recognize if
that's Margrave.
Duke Blackstone?
Yeah, or not Margrave. That's Blackstone. Sorry. That's Blackstone.
Cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have noticed me?
No, not at the moment. Yep. Okay. All right. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Will do. Just gonna.
That door needed
Add-
WD-40.
At advantage. I'm going to say
He
at
said
advantage, given his
the
current
hinges were
headspace.
well-oiled.
Yeah.
Right. All right. At advantage. I like advantage. That's a 16 on the die, plus 7, so
Yeah.
23.
Okay. Yeah,
The
you're like,
monk being fast enough immediately doused each hinge with oil.
and then you slowly turn the knob
That's right.
and release it, and you're like,
So, and then I'm going to everybody away from door. Gesturing, follow me.
So Oric is next to Mon, and
Yes.
then Mon is just gonna be like, okay, so this bird thing does not seem to be going away anytime soon. So, just for the sake of my sanity, it appears you can make different bird noises. Can you control which one comes out?
And in that moment, more
Caw,
random
Crow
more
for
more random
yes.
noises come out.
noted.
So,
Pause what I can do. What this can do. Okay. Tuki. But every time Oric opens his mouth, it isn't like a different bird noise.
Okay.
everybody, you should know the locked door at end of hallway. I unlock and I look. Large ballroom with throne, black stone in there.
And then at that point, Oric kind of nudges Milo a little bit. Because he's throwing everything around, knocking armor sets down.
Okay, I'm good for now.
Do we wish to form up and confront him now, or do we want to take this opportunity to continue searching the area before we do so?
And then at that point, when he has
my curiosity, I did find one more door and a set of stairs.
two more doors.
Oh, is there a door here?
there is a door there. Yes.
There was a door there. Okay.
Yes.
It's
Then
very easy. Okay.
I
Who
agree.
I'd like to
we
check
continue.
the rest.
If nothing else, who knows what other information we can find before we, once we confront Blackstone, we don't know how swiftly we will need to vacate the premises. So anything we can find now.
What have you checked in here already?
I've only checked this room. I haven't ventured the stairs or either door. It looks like they're moving to doors, so Mon will head to the stairs very quietly, taking a peek down them.
Okay. Mon, if you'll scroll over to the left here, as you slowly and surely peek downstairs, do you have dark vision? You don't have dark vision.
I do not.
Okay. It's very dark down there. You gain some, you can kind of see a little bit from the light that's upstairs. You kind of see some objects, but that is really the only space you can see currently. It does look like, though, you can, if you feel around on this, just kind of grabbing around, seems like there's some bottles on a rack here.
Do we need to swap spaces?
It's quite dark down here if someone else wants to take a gander.
I can look. The darkness, not normally problem for me.
It's born in the dark.
It's me, Bane.
Oric opens the door.
Okay. Well, let me do this first. Yeah, there is it is a wine cellar.
Okay.
There are what appears to be, there's some bottles here that are empty on the left, and it appears to be corks, corkscrews, wax. It appears to be wax for perhaps sealing. And then there are several freestanding structures with wine bottles. Not all of them are full, but it's quite an impressive wine collection. at least in volume. You have no idea about quality. And then there
Right.
are several kegs, large kegs on the left that have spouts in them. And if you kind of gather a whiff, it's definitely ale.
Gotcha. I'd like to try and investigate the area, see if they didn't hide. Like, as much as it looks like it's just your bog standard wine cellar, maybe they hid some sort of, I don't know, maybe potions behind the wine bottles or something. Just looking for anything that might be of use beyond alcohol.
Okay, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay. That's
Say
not
I'm
nearly
causing
as
this one.
good. That's only a 13. No, sorry, 12.
12.
It's only a 12.
Yeah, I mean, you're peering through the racks and you don't see anything. You kind of give a thump on the kegs at the top of them, and they don't sound hollow. They're really thick kegs, though. You honestly, you don't know if they're full, if they're half full, if they're mostly full, if they're empty. It's really hard to tell.
Okay.
Just by doing what you're doing.
Fair enough. All right, gonna head back up and just say, appears to be wine cellar full of many spirits. No idea how good they are, but could not find anything of more interest.
Mon will check his door.
Okay. That leads outside. And Chase, what you're asking for, there seems to be kind of a brickwork, a brick oven out there.
Okay. I would like to investigate it to see if there are any like chunks of burnt wood from it being used.
Force our poison members to swallow it.
Go ahead and make me a survival check.
I imagine that'll get close. 19 plus 4.
19 plus 4. Okay. You find, kind of sifting through there, knowing kind of what you're looking for, 2 or 3 very small pieces of wood. That oven, it is actually still warm. You have to pull back a couple times as you sift. You pull out, some tools to kind of sift through it, because it's still warm. As you peel away some of the ashes, it's still actually pretty hot. But you do find 2 or 3 kind of very small, charcoal-esque, wood-esque, or burnt wood pieces that might serve your purposes.
Okay. I would like to take a few of the bigger chunks that I can find.
Okay.
And brush off the obvious residual ash on them, and kind of crush them up. Is there some sort of cup or?
I'll say yeah.
Something.
When you go back to the kitchen, as you were searching earlier, you do see a mortar and pestle. That you can use to grind up. It seems that there were herbs that they were using it for. There's actually still some in there.
And then I would like to take from my water skin and then just a decent little water to charcoal ratio, just kind of make it into more of a sludge and not so much as a powder, as powders can be very difficult to get down.
Okay. Make me a medicine check.
Okay.
At least that's wisdom based.
And what I'll say is that because you have the proper tools, you're not proficient in you're not proficient in.
No, not medicine or survival. No.
Not medicine or survival.
So it'll be a dirty.
It'll be a dirty. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it'll give you proficiency. You're not. Nah. A dirty 20 is fine though. What I will say is that just given on what you were able to find out there in the oven, you have enough for maybe 1 dose of something that may or may not help with that poison condition if someone were to drink it.
Okay.
It might. What I will say is that what you have is enough to give them another roll, another Constitution save, to see if they can beat the poison condition.
Okay, so all of them are currently technically poisoned, or no?
It's just
Auric took a small amount of damage and is not actively poisoned.
Right. It's Tarax and Ara have the poison condition. So you have the ability to give, there's enough of what you have to give them, if they were to drink all of it, I will give them another chance at the Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And I reward,
not metagaming
and honestly,
whatsoever.
and honestly, I reward you for your ingenuity with a roleplay bonus. Continue on.
Yay.
I'll walk up to Ara and then with my little black sludge. And then I'll offer it up to him and say, this is going to taste awful, but there's a pretty good chance this will help you with your stomach issues as of current.
Aura just kind of responds, can't be worse than anything else I've drunk. Throws it back.
Throws it back. All right. Make me another Constitution saving throw, DC 12.
Oh, no. That would just be a little 6 on the, 6. Yeah. Nope, we're poisoned.
Damn.
I tried.
You tried. You got a roleplay bonus out of it, so at least there's
I
that.
appreciate it.
Didn't he use lay on hands already, Andrew?
No, he saved it.
He saved it.
okay.
He specifically saved it.
He still has his full pool of lay on hands.
Yeah. All
Which
right.
is why I sent you that message.
Oric, you said you opened the door.
Yes, here. Yes.
Okay. All right. So you open the door. The first thing you notice is several beds and tables, as well as smaller cupboards. And then you notice a dead body on the floor, with a broken plate next to her and some food around her. And she seems to be clutching onto a book.
Oh.
I look at that book.
Okay.
I examined the body. Like
So Oric first. In common, the book says a book of words for the heart. And as you open it up and kind of thumb through the pages, it appears to be books of poetry. There's limericks and rhymes and several stanzas of poems just throughout it. For the body, give me a perception check.
Yep. Like, why is she dead? Perception.
Why is Gamora?
23.
Okay. So the first easily thing you notice is that when you look at her face, her lips are have a tinge of blue to them. As you're further inspecting respectfully the body, and looking at it from different angles, there are the only thing, there's nothing that determines that she was struck. In fact, there are no wounds whatsoever to her on the exterior.
It would appear that she asphyxiated, or whether it was by choking or perhaps this food, if it was poisoned, like what was in the banquet hall, perhaps that is what was the unfortunate culprit.
In fact, you know what? Give as you're looking at the food more intently, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay, investigation. All
yes.
Right. That's only going to be a +1, but that's a 13.
Okay.
I've had worse.
You've had worse. You've had better. You don't gain any additional insights into the food itself.
Okay.
With the book, is any of the poetry numbered by line or by word?
Yes. There's pages, stanzas, and line. Well, the lines aren't. It appears that the pages are numbered, and then for most of them, every 5 lines is numbered in increments of 5.
So, Oric taking
there are multiple stanzas on some of the pages as well. In fact, there are almost all of them have multiple stanzas or multiple paragraphs.
So right out the gate, Oric is just going to flip to page 21 and then look at the 4th stanza, the 6th line.
Sure.
I like where you're heading with this.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Some of them don't have the page that I'm going to say this. There's not 4 stanzas on the page.
Okay. So 4 paragraphs?
There's not 4 paragraphs.
Might be 4th word, 6th letter.
Line.
4th line, 6th word.
6th word. Okay.
Okay.
Is my.
Paper.
Tweet.
Tweet.
No, that was Josh.
Oh.
Said my. Okay, then Oric, seeing this, continues to proceed going through that particular process.
Here, I'm going to read it like a book. So top line to you have figured it out. Congratulations.
Yay, good job, Josh.
Top line going down, reading like a book. My lord, bag hidden in barrel, 500 gold and ration, elven reveal.
Okay. So just to make sure, I've my lord, bag hidden in barrel, 500 gold and ration, elven reveal.
Correct.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. I write it down.
Sure.
I write down the one person who can't speak. God,
this is amazing.
So I give that to Ranshaw, who happens to be next to me.
Yes.
Lord, bag hidden in barrel, 500 gold and ration, elven reveal.
Tweet.
I think if he's ever, if he
the magic carpet. Tweet.
That means
speak the word reveal in Elvish to the barrel.
It's a good idea. And perhaps they're referring to barrels in cellar.
Tweet. And then Oric, knowing that Ranshaw is probably going to do that, wants to check the chest out.
Okay.
Does anyone know Elvish?
I do.
I suppose that would make
So,
sense.
yep, Ranshaw's gonna, with this information in hand, he's gonna go back down to the wine cellar, go to those barrels, and he's going to try saying the word reveal in Elvish.
Okay. The side, the face on the back facing the wall, you hear it pop off and open up, and it clatters to the ground.
Oh, I'm absolutely going back there, and I'm investigating what's in this barrel. Let's see what we got.
You find a rucksack.
Okay.
With and if you open up the rucksack and look in,
yep,
there are hold on. Just remind myself for sure how many days of rations there are.
Some of this gold comes to Oric.
Oh, absolutely. Ranshaw is not the type to just hoard it all for himself.
I don't know. Winter's, suspect.
Winter's coming. Okay.
Well, Winter also does not care about gold at all.
I was about to say, yeah, Winter does not see the point.
Okay, right. I can remember that part.
So in the if you open up the rucksack, you find 10 days worth of rations, sealed, dried breads and nuts and meats tucked into into individually wrapped in wax paper pouches.
Okay.
10 days worth. You find you find 2 coin sacks, 2 coin purses with 500 gold pieces in them total.
Okay.
And then you find 2 potions that you know for sure are potions of healing, but you don't know the quality of them.
Okay.
If you would like to make a Arcana check, I'm going to say you can because you've brewed them before.
I was about to say, I had proficiency with herbalism kit and all that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. Do you have the herbalism kit with you?
I would, yeah. There's no reason why I wouldn't.
Then go ahead and make me an herbalism kit check with the proficiency and everything.
Okay. What ability do you want that to key off of?
It
Wisdom?
should be. I can't imagine anything but wisdom.
Okay. All right. So with proficiency, that's a 16 on the die, and wisdom, so that's a 22.
22. 2 greater potions of healing.
Hot dang. Nice.
Also to Oric.
Do we want to explain to the audience our ruling for the potions that we discussed?
Yes. If you didn't watch last episodes, what we did is we altered our rules on healing potions. It is a bonus action for a healing potion to take it, and you'll act as normal. However, if you decide to make the full action, you'll roll as normal, and the worst you can get is the expected value of the potion. So for greater healing, it's 44 plus 4. That's 14 expected. So the worst you can get is 14. But you will roll as normal if you take it as an action.
Right.
Kind of
So bonus action, you roll and you take whatever you happen to roll. Yeah.
Yeah, so bonus action
is-
behaves as normal. If you take it as the full action, the worst you can get is expected, which is a 14 for the greater.
Pretty good. All right. So Ranchaw is absolutely going to take this wonderful little bounty back upstairs and say, back to the group and Ulrich, good job. Find lots of things. Behold, we have 10 days rations, 2 coin purses with looks like 500 gold, as was mentioned in message, but also 2 potions that appear to be of greater healing quality. I believe that perhaps you should have one of these, and the other should go perhaps to Ara.
And what I'm going to say, Andrew, is that just to check it with the greater herbalism kit or the herbalism kit, it took you approximately 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, so I was down there for
You were
a few
down there for a
minutes.
while. So let's come back to you guys upstairs. While he's down there futzing about, are you guys doing anything before he gets up here?
Was there anything else interesting outside, like with my door? Or was there not a whole lot going on?
There were some fruit trees. And a shack with that was open enough. I'll say you go out there and check it. It seems like gardening tools. You don't see a garden, but that doesn't mean that there isn't one around the premises. I'm not going to say that you walk around the whole premise, especially since there's like a small, not full field, but kind of like a half-acre lot, with kind of a hedge over top of it. You can kind of see the distance, but you can't make out much detail. Yeah.
Oric opens
if I
the
don't
chest.
see anything of interest, then I'll just head back with everyone else.
Oric, go ahead. And what I want you to do is make me an investigation check. I'll tell you do see stuff easily, but I don't want you to make an investigation check.
11. I'm not rolling hot.
Okay. There's there's 1 or 2 pieces of common clothing left in there, disheveled.
No hidden compartment on there at all.
Not that you can tell.
Okay. Thought asking might help me out.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Doesn't
And
hurt to ask.
is there anything on the tables?
No.
Around the beds? Nothing in the cupboards next to them?
The cupboards, similarly, there's everyone like there's a like a towel, like a hand towel, not folded or anything, just kind of it seems like just lying there. On the there's a pair of mittens on the other one. It's summer, so you can't imagine that they were being used quite often, but but they're there. They exist. Okay.
I'll take the mittens, throw them in the sack, but
Sure. You have a pair of mittens now. You can write it down.
Are these actually chests over here?
No.
Or are they just larger cupboards?
They're like larger kind of pantry-esque.
Okay.
Perhaps triptychs is what we could call them, or wardrobe, open them up, cupboards and deeper shelving.
I gotta go AFK for just a little bit.
Okay.
We know that what happens when I get back, I help disperse the wealth and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
But I'll be right back.
Okay. While what I'm gonna say, Josh, while Oric is out or Ara is out there, let's say he's looking around, and go ahead and make me a perception check with Ara.
golly, man, 9.
Never mind then. Continue on.
My goodness.
Do we
Dice needs
see
to go to the
the-
shame corner.
Oric will gather Milo and Mon's attention and kind of just pull out the clothes of the chest and throw them aside, kind of gesture nothing and leave it open and walk away.
All right, Milo, what were you saying?
I was going to take the clothing.
Oh, okay,
that
fine.
he
By all
just
means.
threw.
Yeah, by
He
all
catches
means.
it in the air.
Before.
I do
Well,
have a
Had to
question
hide
about the bag of
Aura
holding.
before.
I've had to hide Ara before. Well, I'll say, Milo, go ahead and get yourself there's enough clothing there to make a set of common clothing. So write down a set of common clothing for you. What'd you say, Chase?
I just had a question about the bag of holding.
Okay.
For things like rations, does time pass in the bag of holding? I don't remember. Like,
I
is it like a
believe
pseudo refrigerator?
no, I believe time does pass as normal.
Okay.
I don't believe there's anything in there that says that it's a pocket dimension outside of time.
Okay.
I will.
don't remember
I will
saying
double.
anything about time. So
Yeah, I will.
wasn't sure.
I can double check how like people feel about that in the past, but no, I would say that the rations will not keep any better in there than your normal rucksack.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Ara kind of just chilling out there, searching around, not finding much. Decides that before we go for this next encounter, he's just going to go ahead and cast Lay on Hands. And he has, if I understand it correctly, he has 20 points in that pool, correct?
He should have a total
5
of 20
times.
points.
Yes, okay.
Which I think he used 5 at some point.
I recall the number 25 somewhere, but I could be wrong.
So it says 5 times your paladin level, so it'd be 20.
Yeah, he should have a max of 20.
Okay.
I believe, for some reason in my head, I thought he only had 15 remaining, but I could be mistaken.
Let's say he does. So
Okay.
I'm going to expense 9 of those 9 points to that to get back to max.
Aura, okay.
And then that should clear the poisoned condition.
Okay.
No, it would not.
No, it will
You have
not.
to choose between health or
Or
Carrying the
Oh,
poison.
I misread what you said. Okay, I will do the poison clear. I thought you said at least 5 points from the pool. Like spending 5 points.
Yeah,
So
how it works is it's either a point of health per point from the pool, or if
Spend
for
5 to remove
5
the condition.
points
Yes.
you can heal 1 poison or 1 disease of any kind.
I misread that. I thought with healing 5 points of health, you eliminated the. So yeah, my apologies.
It'd be pretty awesome, but
yeah, I corrected the health. I've eliminated the condition.
Okay.
So did you do that just for Ara, or just out of curiosity?
I will go do it for Trax as well.
Okay.
So then that will leave us with 5 remaining in the pool.
5 is better than nothing.
Okay.
And now we have 2, and now we don't have any poison members.
You can pick someone up 5 times.
I get picked up and I get knocked down again. You're never gonna keep me up.
That's it. Don't forget, Josh, that you and Ara have access to a greater healing potion on you. So.
Okay. All right, gentlemen.
Just kind of side OOC. Ara does currently have a potion, and Milo currently has no potion. So do we want to
maybe give Milo the smaller potion at least?
Yes.
He will do so.
All right. So we're exchanging a regular potion of healing from Ara to Milo.
Done and did.
All right.
Okay.
And our rabbit is also not feeling quite up to par at the moment anyway.
And the 5 final points of the
No, he's not poisoned, is he? Oh no, but you're just using it for healing.
If you want to do
If I
it.
remember correctly, he said he's barely at half.
Yeah, Ara just does it.
All right.
There we go.
No points in the pool.
There's
Don't have to worry about it no more.
That's fine. There's nothing for him to pick anyone up with other than potions, but all right. If that's how we want to play it. I'm down.
We were informed somebody's probably dying tonight.
Multiple somebody's probably.
Let it happen.
We'll find out. I did tweak after everyone's after feedback from last session. I did tweak this encounter, so maybe it's not as hard. Maybe it's a little bit harder. We'll find out.
I'll follow Andrew's formatting here and put the MIA party member in the front.
In my defense, the MIA party member I'm controlling is not coming back. So
who knows? Larry might not be either.
Everyone may die.
Well, to be fair, Larry knew that if your token is being controlled while you're not here, you 100% becoming fodder. We discovered that last session.
Right?
Based on last session.
Hey, Larry, go press that button real quick.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Larry does exactly as Orc, or Aura does exactly as Orc says. Or tweets. Magically, he
I stepped away.
knows.
What I miss?
You now
so-
have the smaller potion of healing. Aura took the greater that was just found.
And you got
And
healed
you
5
also
points.
gained 5 points from Lay on Hands.
5 points and a regular potion of healing.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry, gentlemen, I forgot to add something to the battle map that you guys are about to enter into, so let me add that real quick before you move in.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Too bad we didn't find the thing that, would take away the poison naturally. But
Well, we tried. We looked. And hey,
I
we
even
found some
tried
good
my
stuff.
own concoction, and your dice said no.
Yeah,
no,
right?
Larry, Aura spit it out. It is worse than I've had.
I was like, oh, why am I
tastes like
drinking this? I can just
ash.
heal myself. Like
And
every
the
good
silence.
paladin, he just has to touch himself.
Whoa.
like the gods intended.
When I think about you, I touch myself.
All right, here we go, gentlemen. You guys open the door quietly.
I'm gonna bite my tongue. I'm gonna say something real inappropriate.
So,
Don't
Gentlemen.
let your dreams be dreams.
if it means if he dies in the games.
If
Um,
I love that movie.
All right, here we go, gentlemen.
This was not the position we entered in the door. I refute it.
Move about if you need to. Here's
Assume your position.
Here's the deal. You guys quietly enter. And what I'm going to say is that nothing real, like he doesn't seem to do anything. You see him sitting on a throne. The area is well lit. You see what is Duke Blackstone, still got his head buried in his hands, and he's speaking indistinguishably to himself. You enter into a ballroom area with nice wood floors, 30-foot vaulted ceilings, and immediately notice that there is, in fact, a divination basin like you're used to, like you've seen before.
Okay. Yep.
There's several of the conjuration tiles that teleported you into the track from the arena.
Oh.
Not currently active.
Okay, I was saying Terex is standing right on one.
Yeah, not currently active.
Scotty.
There is 4 slightly raised platforms, not much. They're 6 inches or so off the ground. They're wooden platform, perhaps for some type of showcase dancing.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be a hole in the floor, but as you kind of look at it harder, it's glass. There's a glass floor at the very center. And then, very similarly to both the dogs encounter, as well as the Chamber of Chains spectral door, there is a raised stone platform with bronze etching. I mean, it looks exactly like it. But currently, you don't see a spectral barrier. And then he's sitting on a throne. From this distance, you don't really get details about the throne other than it seems to be painted purple.
Okay.
There are
one
also, I'm sorry,
OOC
also I say there's 2 doors, single doors on the other side.
One OOC thing real fast.
Yes.
The person that cannot speak probably shouldn't go through the teleporters, and that's all I will say.
That's
Yeah, Oric has no intent. Just so you are aware, Chase, that's why Oric hasn't participated in not the not speaking thing, but Oric hasn't participated in any of that stuff because for you could move 120 feet. I could at max. I'm moving less than half yours. I'm moving 50. So
Yeah.
Oric is not participating in that facet of the encounter. Just so you're aware.
Weirdly, Fog of War turned itself off. I know I turned that on earlier. Oh well. Or
So-
wait, is it on?
It wasn't at first. You did turn it on now.
Okay.
Yeah. We could see over there.
You could see over there. Could you see what was in the center?
There were not
No.
right there. Not right
Oh,
there. no.
okay,
You can
great.
only
Okay,
see
so
the
I
four
guess
other pillars with the blue on them.
okay, I may have accidentally just
Differently shaped blue.
yeah, I may have accidentally just did the unfogged that over there, but okay, continue as you were.
So, just really quick, obviously the orb of divination, we're gonna have to play. Somebody's gonna have to grab that and then do the transportation thing. And then I'm assuming this is similar to the pool where you get the stacks.
You said it was a glass pane.
Yes,
Oh,
glass
well,
pane.
Yeah, glass
Yeah.
pane. Yes. Thank you for correcting me.
I was going to say, we're going to have to find out, perhaps,
For the
whenever
orb.
somebody gets the divination orb. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I'm looking at it like it's water. Yeah, he did
I
say
guess
glass.
I guess the question is, who do we want to go for the divination orb?
One of
One
you
quick
monks.
question, Jacob, for the mechanics.
Yes.
I don't know, or my character not knowing, obviously is a perfectly acceptable answer, but can multiple people touch the divination orb at the same time?
I have been kind of assuming that
I don't. I
it
think,
doesn't work that way.
Actually, I think someone tried that during the Chamber of Chains, if I'm not mistaken. Multiple people touched it, but only only one person got
took
it.
it.
Yes, correct. Okay, good. I did remember that
Understood.
correctly. Yes.
All right, that was last question. Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're good.
'cause I was trying to
That's
steal
fair.
it from someone.
Yes. It appears that the first person to touch it will get it as long as they maintain contact.
Just a quick bio before encounter.
By all means, go for it. Try and make it quick though.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, if anyone wants to follow suit, now would not be a bad time to go ahead and do it before fighting begins.
Might as well, I suppose.
In fact, I'll pause the recording. Let's come back. We'll come back. We'll pause the recording. So we recorded the boss fight, the into the challenge dungeon, defeating Duke Blackstone. It was saved. It was labeled. It was in my files. And when I went to edit it into this video, it disappeared. I don't know where it went. I'm extremely upset about it. Our guys did an amazing job. They worked together extremely well. They were such a good team. They played so effectively, so efficiently, and they even had some opportunities for role play in the middle of the fight, and I don't know what happened to it. I can't ask them to come back and play it again. So I'm just going to tell you the important stuff that happened. And then we're just going to have to end this season on an L. So I apologize to everyone for all the technical difficulties this season. Long story short, the group did succeed. They did, in fact, kill Lord Blackstone. They tried to get him surrender, but he wouldn't do it. He was acting crazy. And he was unwilling to surrender because he just knew that if he went back, he'd be executed for treason. So he had to fight him. There was a big boss battle. The group managed to figure out the mechanics of the fight, brought him down. Melvin died, so Milo is dead. He died to spectral hounds because he just failed every single roll. Attacked the same hound 3 times and could not land a hit. The hound attacked him 3 or 4 times, and killed him. Just knocked him down, and then he just failed all 3 of his death saving throws. So Milo is unfortunately dead. Melvin's going to make a new character next season. Ranshaw is also dead. The boss got a final hit on him right before he went down. And Chase Chase role played really nicely watching his best friend go down. So we will, at the start of next season, start off with some good role play at the repercussions. Because essentially, as soon as he went down and died, we ended the session and we ended the season. So we will actually start off there next season. So hopefully you guys will get a chance to see the aftermath of those character deaths. But I'm annoyed. This is not how I wanted it to end off, with technical difficulties, especially since the guys did such a great job. They had such an energy. They were working together so well, and they even got some chances of role play. So, I mean, it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. So, thank you guys again for watching this season. Next season, like I said at the beginning of this video, we've got Halo 2 ODST coming out in March. And then we will start releasing season 2 of Coasthold probably in June, July of next year. I do want to release some videos, some shorts and stuff on this channel to keep up some engagement, so YouTube doesn't forget we exist and you guys don't forget we exist. But right now I'm just a little discouraged, so I hope to see you guys next year. Hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season and a great new year. And have pity on us and like and subscribe. Bye, guys.